All right, good morning, everybody, and you are welcome to lesson 5 of our course, Educ 902 Data Processing in Education, using SPSS, of course. So today, by the end of this lesson, we look at what you are going to achieve or what you should be able to do. So my plan or our plan is that you should be able to explain the concept of frequency count. That's basic frequency counts and their purpose in educational data analysis. So then you look at how to generate frequency tables. You don't have to use the hand to compute it. In 2 clicks, 1 click, SPSS will do it for you. And how to produce some graphical representations. Of course, we talk about bar charts. Basically, this lesson note is on bar chart. But I will extend it as I'm explaining the concept to pie chart and other chart, maybe line graphs and stuff like that. And that's what they call data visualization in data analysis or in data science. So where you visualize the data using graphics. And like I encourage people to do, I encourage students to do, postgraduate students or even fellow researchers to do, is when you're dealing with your research questions, let your reader see the beauty of your data using graphs. You get it? You know they say pictures carries more weight. Carry more weight than just text. Not everybody is interested in reading your statistics, but almost everyone can read your graphs. Can see how high this one is, how tall this one is, how parallel, how slant, and so on and so forth. And this it catches attention of people far more than text. So I encourage you. Now I'm advocating for the fact that when you are addressing your research questions in your thesis or in your research papers, you should use what? Graphs. And when you come to hypothesis testing, then you can use tables. So, so you should be able to produce these graphical representations of your data. And you should be able to interpret the SPSS frequency count output. Okay. Then maybe reflect on what is frequency analysis and the significance of this in the context and the broader context of data cleaning or data exploration or data analysis. All right, so what is frequency count? We just count, right? Frequency count, we just count. So a frequency count is the number of times each value or category of a variable appears in your data set. Strongly agree how many times, strongly disagree how many times, how many males, how many females. All right. Do you receive training in ICT? Yes or no? How many you receive training? How many don't receive training? So you count, you make a count. So that frequency count. So it provides a quick snapshot of the whole data distribution. So in our research, frequency count are often the first step in analyzing questionnaire or survey. You make a count of them. So apart from making the count, it will help you to even identify some missing trends or missing data or some misentry in your analysis. Look at this simple illustration. Suppose you have 100 teachers who have just answered just a simple question. Have you attended an ICT training workshop? The responses could be maybe 75% will say yes, all right? And 25% will say no. This is a count. You can present this in a table and just have it. 75, the number of those who say yes, 25, the number of those who say no, and you can calculate the percentage, 75 divided by total number, which is 100. Okay, so 75 divided by 100, then multiply by 100%. Then before you know what's going on, you will get 75%. And for those who say no, 25 divided by 100, multiply by 100%. Then you will have 25%. So this provides an immediate understanding of teachers' responses to exposure to ICT. This table enough can say, oh, majority of the teachers, they had ICT training. You get it now. So what about the purpose of frequency counts in our research? To summarize raw data into interpretable information, to identify data entry errors, like I mentioned just now. So instead of you on a scale of 1 to 5, maybe you mistakenly punch 6. Or the performance test of a maximum mark of 40, okay, instead of you putting 18, you put 81. So if you make a frequency count, you are going to see how many people got this, how many people got that, and then you can see nobody should get 81 because the maximum obtainable mark is 40. So you must have entered that number. All right. So the frequency count also allow you to provide descriptive insight before the advanced statistics like t-test, ANOVA, regression, all this kind of stuff. Then it helps to support visual presentation of your data in chart and for tables. Okay. It assists in verifying coding accuracy, then it reveals trends in your data. So, for example, before comparing male and female students' attitudes towards CBT, you can make a frequency count. How many of them? How many male, how many female has this attitude training in the first place? So let's see how this can be done. Just a quick demonstration of this in SPSS. How can we make some frequency count? We have this demonstration here, and we'll be using the CBT attitude data. It's already in your Google Drive. So I move quickly to the, or I should split my screen. And I already opened the SPSS data set before I started this class, but this is not data set we are using. We are using CBT. Let me open that. Come to File, right? Open. Data set. This is how you open an existing file. Then it take you to the folder where you have the data set. And I'm taking CBT attitude. Right? This is how I access it. Then open. So when I open that, the data set will come for me. So this data set for CBT attitude. And in this data set, we can look at what it's made of. So what is made up? We have the gender, just only 3 variables. We have gender, we have faculty, then we have what? The CBT training. Gender, of course, this is where you know the secret. Come to values. 1 is for male and the 2 is for female. And it is what? It is nominal. What about the faculty? The faculty, the teachers belong, or the lecturers belong, or students belong. We have 1 for education, 2 for science, 3 for social science, 4 for engineering, then 5 for others. Okay, and this is also nominal because it's just for identification purpose. Why CBT training, whether you receive it or not, 0 is for no, those who didn't receive the training, and 1 is for yes, those who actually received the training. So this could be ordinal because receiving the training is far more than better than not receiving the training, at least in this era of ours. So that's why you see ordinal being put here. So you have the data set. If you like, you can change this ordering to number by just clicking on what you have here. Okay, by just clicking on this one, A and 1, it will take you to the numeric values that are beneath the string. So this is our data set. Now we want to compute the so I would like to split this. Yeah, that would be better for me. Then you can choose one more thing, this one. Okay, right? So we have this. So we want to do descriptive statistics, right? Well, that is basically the frequency. So according to the note, it says, okay, for you to do that, you have your data set already opened. Open your data set, CBT attitude. Then you go to how will you get the frequency? You go to analyze. All right, look at it here. Click analyze, followed by descriptive statistics, then followed by frequencies. Make your variable gender, faculty, CBT training, and then push them into the variable view. Then click on OK, and then you see the result. So let's have it here. We have to go to analyze, right? We click on descriptive statistics, all right? We click on analyze descriptive statistics. Then we click on what? Frequencies. When you do that, you have another dialog box showing for you, which is this. Then you can select all the variables, then push them into the variables. All right? You can select all of them if you like, and you can pick them one after the other. So when you do this, what will happen next is you just click on OK, and the analysis will run. Just click on OK. Then you see the analysis has come up. So what is there? In this output, we have some tables, right? Valid number for gender, there are 100 participants, for faculty 100 and CBT 100, and there is no missing 000. Perhaps this data was generated using online survey where you cannot skip a mark, and everybody actually responded. So frequency count let us know there are 60 males and then 40 females. 60 out of 100 will give us 60%, and 40 out of 100 will give us 40%. Okay? So when you now come down to the faculty, we have 30 people from education, 25 from science, 20 from social science, engineering we have 15 lecturers, then others we have 10. Then you see their percentage being reflected here, and then we are good. What about those who received the training versus those who didn't receive the training? We have 39 lecturers who didn't receive the training and 61 lecturers who actually received the CBT training, and that amounts to 61% versus 39%. So nice one. So this is what the frequency count will do for you. You get it? You get it? Very good. So you can proceed with what we have. So if you want to use syntax to do that, there's also syntax here, so you can enjoy yourself with the syntax. All right. So let me expand this a little bit. Okay, make this smaller, then it's bigger. Good. So you can enjoy yourself with the syntax, but I advised the last time that you stick to the menu bar. So you want to use the syntax, we have it there for you. And this is a similar output. I think we got this. We got this for the gender. So what about the interpretation? I just made the interpretation. If we have 60-40, that is over 100, there will be 60% versus 40%. And this is how to do the small calculation if you want to use your hand. All right? We have another illustration here about the example of 45 out of 150 students who strongly agree that CBT improves fairness. So you can calculate the percentage by saying 45 over 150 times 100, which with a simple calculator you can get your 30%. All right? So, but not only frequency count we want to make, we also want to make some chart out of this. Okay, can we see how high, how tall? And you will see the difference now. Remember the table which we got before. All right? Remember the table is here. So we have these tables. Some people may find it so complicated to read. But what if we just use simple bar charts to represent these things? How to do that? You come to analyze, if you like, or there are about 3 or 4 methods to get your bar chart from your analysis. Let's pick up from where we stopped. We started from the frequency, remember? We go to descriptive, then frequencies. If you click on frequency, just like we did before, we have this. But there are some things there. See, statistics. I didn't check this before because we are not there yet. So there are some other statistics you can put. I will still close my eyes on this one. But when you click on chart, you have some charts you can put. See, you can put bar chart. Like the note demands us to do, to put what? Bar chart. If I click on bar chart and I click on continue, all right? For the 3 variables, maybe I should just do for only 1 variable for now. Only 1 variable. So I have to move the other variables out there. So then you click on OK. Then you have the nice bar chart, which will come to you after displaying the table. So this is a table for gender, as we had before, 60 versus what? 40. What do you see again? You have your bar chart. Okay? So 60, then 40. Everybody can see from this chart that there are more males than females, instead of reading through the table. And this particular chart, another interesting thing is, this particular chart is editable. You can edit it. You can play around with it. Just double click on it. It will take you to where you can edit, choose some colors and stuff like that, play around with it, then you'll be happy with it. All right? So that's how to edit. You can put some other things you want. All right. What if I do the same for other variables? Analyze descriptive, remember frequencies. Then I push other variables in there, the 3 variables, and I want the chart to come up. All right? Still okay. Click on OK. So the data will be processed. You have the tables and then you have the chart. This is for gender as we got before. And then this is for the faculty you belong. And this is for the CBT training, whether you receive it or not. So charts, it beautifies your presentation of data. And this is what is necessary for descriptive statistics. What is more necessary for addressing our research questions? Because research questions are addressed using what? Descriptive statistics. While hypotheses are tested using what? Inferential statistics. Okay, now I told you there are several ways to do this. So this is one of them. And that way to do is you can just come to graphs. And even on graphs, you have 2 or 3 options. The first one is you can click on the chart, all right? Then it will take you to, okay, whether you want to define the variables or you just don't want to. I've already defined my variables, so I don't have to redefine it. I just click on OK. And it will take me to another dialog box where I can play around with different charts. Okay, I want to use bar chart. Look at it. There are several options here for me. Either simple bar chart or clustered bar chart or stock or whatever, 3D. You have so many things there. That's why this is better than maybe the first option. Then I want to use simple bar chart. So this is my simple bar chart. I can double click it. If you double click, it will move to this column. You can see the difference. Okay? After double clicking, it moved to this column. Then you need to put the variables that you want to tabulate the values. I want to use only gender. So this is my gender up here. You drag and drop. You do what? Drag and drop. Drag and drop means you click on it, you hold the clicking with one finger, then you move it with another finger. You are using your laptop. All right? Gender will come. You see, as soon as I put gender here, something changed. I don't know if you'll notice. Okay, maybe I should just remove it. Look, we have here x-axis and we have here y-axis before. Now, when I move gender, I saw a small comment here. Let me check. Yeah, it's a network. Sorry about that. So, we have x. And this place, there are empty boxes. Now we have male and female. Simple count, nice one. So what you do next, just click on OK. All right. Just click on OK. Then the chart will come out to you beautifully. All right. So you want to can do more. You can do more of this. All right. So you can do more of this. You still go back to your graphs. Then you still build it. All right. Click on OK. Then you feel yourself. If you don't want to use line bar graph, you can use line graph. Usually at times we also use pie chart. Look at it here, pie and polar chart. Look at it, this one. Then double click it. You take it here. If I'm still using my gender, okay, me this time around I don't want to use gender. I want to use faculty instead. You drag and drop. Then you click on OK. Then what do you see? A beautiful bar, a pie chart. You see it now with different colors segmenting different part of the faculties each of my participants belong. So this is your pie chart. You can do more if you like. All right. Like I mentioned again, like if you are using the graphs, there are two options. The first one is chart. The second one is you can use legacy dialogues. They have lots of things open to you. Pick any one of it and use it. I still want to use bar chart from here or 3D bar chart. I can just click on it. It will take me here. Then group cases, you can define it if you like. Then you have to define your variables and then you'll be happy with it. Okay? I want gender to still be on my x-axis. There are so many beautiful things you can do here. All right? So in this case, you can just highlight the variable, then click on where you want it to be. Then you define some other things and then you're happy. So there are several ways to visualize your data using the options available to you. Either you use the option from analyze, descriptive statistics, frequency, and then you choose the chart over here, or you just go to chart where you have a lot of flexibility to define your chart. Very good. So we can go back to our notes now. All right. And then we choose the, okay. So we go back to the note. So still on the note, we have the bar charts being demonstrated, and we want to use syntax. There is opportunity here for you to use syntax. We generated this table ourselves using SPSS, and there are further applications of this which you can make. Let me just open this. Let me open this. Yeah, make it bigger. All right, so there are other things you can do here. So like a simple statement here says a bar chart will visually display that most respondents are from the education. You go to education people, plenty of us. Nice one. What about the application of this? So this type of analysis can help you to verify the representativeness of your sample to ensure you can make good inferential statistical deductions after running your inferential statistics. So it can also help you to clean your data, to identify the data that are not within the range or so. Then how do you report it? How do you report your the output of your data visualization in your research? So you can say table 1 where we show the table. shows the general distribution of the respondent. Out of 100 teachers, 60 of them, percentage in bracket, 60 of them were male, and then 40% were what? Were female. So this suggests a higher representation of male teachers in the study sample, which is consistent with whatever gender inequality in Kaduna State. All right. So there are some common errors which we should look at when you are using these simple data visualization tools. You can forget to check for missing data, and this may lead to inaccurate percentage. So you need to check that there are missing data involved or so, because when you sum the percentage together, you should be able to get 100. But if you didn't take care of the missing data, you may not get 100 when you sum the percentage together. You may overlook coding errors. You need to look at it critically, because if you overlook coding error, that will lead to some wrong categories, which may distort your analysis. Okay, so always inspect output for unexpected values. Then use pie chart for many categories, because at times when the categories are too many, the lines of the pie chart will be so thin that it may be difficult to differentiate. So instead of doing that, use bar chart instead. So you may also ignore cumulative percentage column as an error, which you may commit. This, you will miss out some things in the ordering of the data. So always remember that there is an output, a column from the table that shows you about the cumulative frequency count. All right. Then reporting raw frequencies only. This is not the best. Rather, instead of you reporting the raw frequency, or you can include some other things, percentages and cumulative percentages. Okay. So that is an example which you can play with it. I think you just have the output, no data. Then we have the interpretation, and we have a simple assignment which you can crack your brain around it. If there's any problem on this assignment, you can let me know. You can email me or just call my attention to anything you need on these things. All right? So this is just the basic things that we cover in lesson 5. So maybe I should pause a little bit and then seek for questions, comments. Who is going? Any comment, questions so far? I saw some messages here. Let me check what is there. Okay, which of the chart is more suitable, acceptable for data visualization of, yeah, you see, it depends on how the kind of choice you like. Some people like something round, like in pie chart, slices of pizza or something like that. While some people like to see the bar charts and top and down. And again, I just mentioned in this table just now that if you have large categories in your data set, it is not the best practice for you to use pie chart. In that regard, use bar chart for clarity. And again, you can have this component or the cluster bar chart. That is better if you have a composite stuff instead of using the pie chart. So I think that explains that. Then somebody was saying here, I'm also advocating for emphasizing that the research questions. Okay, good. So that is the best practice actually. Research questions should be addressed using data visualization, using visualizations. Okay, instead of using tables and anyway, so I will always advocate that you use a pie, I mean a pie chart, all these charts to visualize the data for addressing research questions. All right, thank you. Any further comments? If you have further comments, you can unmute yourself and speak, or otherwise we move on to the next lesson.